government.
Foundry has been wildly successful for the other two at the leading edge, Samsung and TSMC, but analysts are not sure it'll work for Intel.
Amazon presumably is going to be data center parts. Again, it's going to be that many units, right? Tiny, right? It's like 5 years away. And if it turns out that Intel is a viable foundry partner, great. But if they're not, it's no skin off their nose.
Really, the only benefit I would see to using Intel is if you wanted something to be created onshore in the United States.
And the government is greasing the rails with the CHIPS Act, a proposed $52 billion in subsidies for chip companies committed to making them in the U.S.
This is infrastructure.
In 1990, 37% of the world's semiconductors were made in the U.S., but last year that was down to just 12%.
A moonshot would be that the U.S. is at 30% of manufacturing in a decade or so in the future. And I think the CHIPS Act, as it's structured today, is a great step to start to turn that in a positive direction. As I like to joke, God decided where the oil reserves are, we can decide where the fabs are.
But analysts say much more is needed to help the U.S. bounce back.
If the goal of that money is to bring like significantly more capacity onshore, it's not anywhere near enough. They need 10 times that amount more.
Because 92% of the world's 5-nanometer chips are currently made in Taiwan, the entire global chip supply is vulnerable to natural disasters common there, like earthquakes and its current drought, and escalating geopolitical tensions between China and Taiwan, and subsequently the U.S.-China trade war.
Every aspect of defense, intelligence, and government operations is becoming more digital.